Thanks for joining me. I'm Scotty D, and I make guitars happy. And this tailor is going to get happy, but first we got to lower the string action. The owner wants to go down a gauge on the strings. Right now we have 12 through 53, and we want to put on 11 through 52s. And I measured the neck relief at 4 thousandths of an inch, which is nearly dead flat. So I'm not going to be able to lower the string height by straightening the neck any further. And the string action at the 12th fret is 7/64 and 6/64. I want to get that down to 6, maybe even 5.5/64 on the bass side, and then somewhere around 4.5 or 5/64 on the treble side. And to do that, the way the tailor was designed to lower the string action isn't by lowering the saddle. On a Martin or a Gibson, typically we would lower this saddle 1/32 to get the string action down 1/64 at the 12th fret. But the tailor was designed to adjust the neck angle instead of adjusting the saddle. That would be like taking a full millimeter off the saddle, which will diminish the tone, the volume of the guitar, and we don't want to do that. We just want to lower the string action. So I'm going to show you guys how to do a tailor neck reset. And it's not like a Gibson or a Martin where we steam the neck off and start chiseling away wood at the heel. It's a lot different, and I'm going to show you what the deal is with it. Walk you through the whole process. The other thing I was going to say about that is that I'm not a tailor service center, so I charge $100 as of 2023. That's my price to do a setup and a neck adjustment on a tailor. If your guitar is under warranty, you might be able to take it into a service center and they can adjust it for free or a lot less than I will do it for. So that being said, let's get started. So I put a mirror inside. You can see the electronics. You can see the bolt that holds the fingerboard extension down. That's the black hex bolt. And then behind the tag is another bolt, and that's the bolt that holds the neck heel tight to the body. So to get the tag off, I'm going to have to remove all the electronics. And that takes a couple special tools. In 2022, I called up Taylor customer service and ordered one of these neck adjustment kits, or neck angle kit. And it comes with this special tool that gets the expression system screws off. Very unique little tool, but I did it the first time without it, and it was a little scary because you could one slip without this tool and you could scratch the finish of the guitar big time. So here's that tool, and it unscrews these little plastic bushings. See, I mean, how are you gonna safely get that off without this tool? Anyways, I did it with the, I can't remember what I used, but you don't want to scratch the finish on this beautiful figured maple. Oh man, that would be bad. This is some beautiful stuff. My favorite acoustic guitars are Taylors and Gibsons. I got me a Taylor, but it was a little smaller than this one. It's a 614. Oh no, 612. This one's a 614. This one has the same wood as mine. And I was a little disappointed. I got a really old one, a 94. And it has a beautiful ebony, everything about it. But it's got this really flat fretboard, like a 20-inch radius. Oh, I thought it was going to be like a 16 or something. Look at the back on this guitar. Three-piece maple. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And the next thing I do is take a heat lamp and a hair dryer and a garden variety razor blade and get that razor blade real nice and hot there. And I slide it on in behind that tag and work my way around till I can get that tag loose. You want to use heat, you don't want to use solvents, because then you would stain the paper. So I'll continue heating it up. I stick a little cone over a hair dryer like that right there, little paper cone, and just blow on it until it warms up. You can go all the way around. Hardest part's getting that expression system out of the way. Darn circuit board's huge. Alright, I got the tag out of the way, and trust me guys, you want to take it slow. There's 2 bolts holding the heel back to the neck block. Got that tag out of the way. Probably see it up there. But anyways, be careful with that tag, especially if you're working on a customer's guitar. It's your own guitar, you know, you can just rip the tag off if you want. But I use the heat and preserve the tag, that way I can fold it back over. And don't pull the tag all the way off because it's hard to line it up. Just peel it back where you can expose those 2 bolts, and I'll get the next tool. So there's the bolt that holds the fretboard extension onto the soundboard. 3/16. Next, this big ol' sucker is what holds the neck heel to the neck block. There's 2 bolts, I'll loosen those and the neck will come off. Okay, here are the 2 bolts that hold the neck heel to the neck block. And if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you're wondering what size this is 7/16 or perhaps 11 millimeters. Open-end wrench would work. I'm sorry, not open-end wrench, but a socket, like a 7/16 or 11 millimeter socket. But don't hold me to the 11 millimeter. It's probably more like a 7/16. All right. So notice the shims have a number written on them. This one's a -2 and this one is a -8. So there's a difference of 6, and that's always a steady thing. Like if I change this one to a -10, I want this one to be a -16. Now, what it is that you want to go down 2 sizes per half of a 64th. So in my case, I wanted it to go down a 64th, or maybe even a 64th and a half. I'm going to go down 4 shim sizes, maybe even 6. Let's see what we got in the box. Alright, so here's the stack of shims. The -20 is the thickest down here at the bottom, and the +30 is the thinnest. So my -2 out of the guitar fits in here into the stack, right about here. And we want to go thinner at the heel because we want to kick the neck back a little bit. So I'm going to grab the number 6. And then my fretboard extension one is going to be 6 more than this 6, so it'll be a 12. It'll actually be in the other direction. It'll be a -2. So we're going from basically 2.6 millimeters over here, 2.5, to like a 2.4. We're only going down 1/10 of a millimeter, and that's going to make that big of a difference, they say. Well, let's stick her in there and see. I think I said that wrong over there. I grabbed a 6, but I meant to grab a 4. So from -2 to 4, that's a total of 6. I wanted to go down 6 shim sizes, and then I grabbed a -2 right here. I see someone's signature. It's Amanda. It's old Amanda. So now I can stick the neck back on here. Get my bolts. Hold on. At this point, a lot of people want to come in with a straight edge and see how the trajectory of the straight edge goes a little bit over the bridge. On the edges of the fretboard, it's almost touching, but in the middle, it's just there's a little space. So it looks like we can put the strings on her and give her a test. Okay, as you can see, the expression system still in there because it's still in the hole, because I didn't want to stick it back in there and have to readjust. But I got the new strings on, tuned up to pitch, and I've got 6/64ths on the bass and 4/64ths on the treble. So it worked out exactly as I planned. So just to reiterate, the shims are in sizes that skip, they're all even numbers basically. So for every 64th you want to go down, jump 2 shim sizes. If you were at a 4, go to an 8. If you were at an 8, go to a 10. And then the extension is always 6 different than the heel. And that's it. Alright, so loosen the strings. Don't forget to put that tag back in place. There's plenty of adhesive on that tag still. I just softened it. It gets tacky again. So I didn't have to like apply any new adhesive to it. The original adhesive is good enough to hold it on there. Make it look good. And man, they really went overboard with the wires on this thing. They had it kind of like a pretzel, and then they had a little clip holding it to the top. And that was, I had to pull that clip right off of there. There was no way I was going to get the wires out of that clip. So, by God, that was the hardest part. And one last thing, these have a little half moon shape to them. So when you put this on there, we put that back on there, these little guys, I hope these are facing the right way. But these come off pretty easy. That one's actually very loose. I don't know what's going on there. I hope it doesn't fall off. Okay, put them all at 12 o'clock for starters. That took me a little bit longer than I wanted it to take me. But there was a wire and sticky tag. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, comment, and share. It really helps the channel. Catch you later.